What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? I'll tell you what isn't going on. Straight mustache or a smooth opening. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Bob Doyle Show. For whatever reason, things aren't behaving the way that they normally do, but I guess that is normal when I think about it. My microphone sounds really loud. The dancers are in form, as they always are, however. They are the one consistent thing. Why does it look like that light is wavering? We having some kind of a weird earthquake? I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Bob Doyle Show, and I am, of course, Bob Doyle. And hold on, that didn't work either. All these buttons, I fixed all this stuff, and now it's not working. This is the chat area. If you're watching, whether it be on Facebook or YouTube, you can say hello to me, Bob Doyle. Now, you're looking at me right now, and again, you're saying, I don't think you're Bob Doyle, because I know what Bob Doyle looks like. You pulled a disguise thing on us last week, and we were fooled, but this week, I don't know. There's just no way that's Bob Doyle. Well, I'm going to show you right now that underneath this is, in fact, Bob Doyle. And I feel a lot better about myself just being, authentic. So today we're going to be looking at an app that I've been sharing a couple of little videos from here and there. So it's going to be sort of an apptacular segment. But we've got so much else going on in our lives and all of that other stuff. But we're going to need you to say hello. Now, we did have some technical issues getting started this morning, so we weren't actually streaming where we were supposed to because it's Bob Doyle's show, and it's been a whole week since I did it. I can't be expected to remember how to do all this stuff. I guess you starting a watch party? Oh no, I'm just no. It's all good. It's all good. There we go. Jason is saying hello, so now we know at least things are happening. Good morning, Jason. It is Wednesday morning at 8:04 a.m. Again, a little bit of a late start because we had some technical issues, and we may have more. Today we will be sharing, again, the app. It's an app that we have. Hey, Rockin' Raven is in the house. She's sitting with a cat who just ate a mouse. Rockin' Raven. How come I'm not hearing myself? Everything seems really weird. Like, why am I not hearing any, Everything's going a little crazy, a little bit wacky too. Have you ever had one of those days? You have? Well, I am having one too. Tracy likes it when I sing. My mom is here, and what's interesting about that is that tomorrow we will be there. Huh. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Tracy and I are leaving on a jet plane, but we do know if we'll come back again. We've got it all. There's a whole itinerary, so it's not like we're going to go out there and go, I don't know. I don't know when we're coming back, but we are. So this will be this is Meet the Family. This is for Tracy. So this woman here will be housing us tomorrow. Excuse me while I have a sip of fizzy water with some flavored drops. Jeanette is in the room, so you have to peek in just at least for a second because of what you're wearing.
Oh, hold on, okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, just for a moment, let's welcome Tracy's hello.
Jeanette, recognize these?
Of course she does. There's the Paseo glasses.
They are amazing.
We just had a really great meeting with them yesterday.
We did.
About sharing this stuff.
It's so incredible.
Yeah, I know we talk about it a lot. You know why? Because it's freaking
cool.
Awesome. It's freaking cool. So Tracy and I have been. Welcome to the show, Tracy.
Oh, thanks,
it's
Bob.
Nice to have
it's
you
so
here.
Nice to be here. I really appreciate
Very
you
special.
having me.
Well, I love you being had. Before we go much further, I think now we've all watched me play with this, but we've never seen Tracy do it because I'm not sure that she has. So.
It's true.
You know how this operates. I'm going to turn this on.
Okay.
And then you're going to say something that you would then like to hear the hamster say. Okay. And then it will say it back. Are you ready? 5 hours of dentist yesterday. Oh, Jeanette, I am sorry to hear that. Here we go.
Hi, Bob. Oh, fun. I have not played with this. That could mean so many things. Okay, new toy.
Now, I have another one, and then you can get them talking to each other. They just repeat what each other says, and it gets higher and higher and higher until it gets ridiculous.
Where's the other one? Okay, we're like 12. Okay, I think we're good. Oh my god. Seriously. I don't know how old we are.
Okay. All right. So, now you know. I can't believe you've never seen this before.
I can't.
You did. You know what? I should get one of these for Cruise. That's a great idea.
Oh, that is a fantastic
But
idea.
this, I ordered this. I ordered this. Okay. All right.
You and your toys.
But I ordered that. The story behind that is I ordered it, and then the upsell is, hey, get another one for only,
Right, whatever.
So, of course, we had to get two.
Oh my gosh.
And then it didn't. Jeanette, it will do whatever you ask it to. So.
What? I have comments. I'm blind. Sounds funny.
Does that answer your question, Jeanette? Catherine and Chris probably wouldn't appreciate it. No, they'd like it more if we got both of them, the two of them. So
Right, so they just
can you imagine how?
non-stop.
So Cruz is like getting up on 3.
It's 3.
So his voice on this thing would be crazy. The problem is, what I was going to say was, it took months. I'd forgotten about it. Like, it was one of those Facebook things where you order and it comes from China or wherever it comes from. I got the first one, but not the second one, and the second one came months later.
Oh, that's fascinating.
Isn't it fascinating?
That's fascinating.
Jennifer Ship, it's good to see
Okay,
you
I
here.
can't see. Help.
You can't see help? Oh, you need some.
No.
Tracy needs some
Okay, so we
comments
have 2
via
screens
an
in
app.
this room. So since I've come around, this room has been a whole bunch of different things, which we'll show you
It
in a
sure
little
has,
bit.
ladies and
But
gentlemen.
there's 2 screens, and he can. I don't know how you can. I need apparently new glasses
Oh,
or contacts rather.
sorry, this is really professional broadcasting at its greatest.
This is just we're doing it on the fly. Isn't this great?
And sisters are doing it for the. No!
My sister's here. No, verify. Oh, I wish you guys could see this. You know when you get the box where it's, verify all the traffic lights, and you have to sit there and you do it, and then they go, oh, wait, no, now find all the cars. Okay, wait, no, find all the buses. It's like, come on.
I am
It's the worst.
annoyed.
I hate that
This
so
is my
much.
annoyed face.
It's like, give me the button
All
that
right.
just I hit says I'm not a bot.
Now, when you leave a message, they'll appear in front of Tracy's facey.
That would be lovely. Somebody leave me a message to make sure this works, because I am so sorry. I'm just blind.
What are you looking at over there?
Me?
No, I was talking to the hamster.
What's his name? Hammy?
I don't have a name for it. I think we should name it now as a group.
Oh, that's a great idea.
So we're going to need all of you out there to start. To start coming up with. Wait, you despise what? What do they suddenly hate?
I hate those. I despise those.
What did we say? It can't be the hamsters. Because someone else just said they want them. And then they despise them.
yeah.
No, Amy said that she wanted one. And then she said, I despise those. So what did we say? that cause
scroll up?
despise. I'm trying to figure out why my screen sharing program stops working all of a sudden every single time. Folks, I had to, the other day I dropped my phone for the first time ever.
Ever.
I'm not a phone dropper, and I certainly have never cracked a screen, unlike everyone else I know. Well, that run came to an end the other day, and I smashed it fell off the countertop, and, well, anyway, I have a different phone now. And with the new phone, which is an iPhone 11 model, traffic
Pro.
lights. Oh, yes, they hate the yes, of course.
Right. Thanks, guys. Sorry. Oh, my God.
This is
we need
me.
more coffee, I think. This isn't coffee, but this is good. But still.
We were just talking about it. All right, so I'm trying, but the screen sharing, which I use anytime I share an app, I use a program that, lets me project my phone to the screen.
Right.
Well, it's being real wonky this time around, and I don't know why. And so you're going to see some of that, and it's not
showing.
It's not showing the.
See, part of the show
But it was a
today
minute
was
ago.
planned to share the screen on his phone.
And it's gonna.
And it's gonna.
It's gonna. Look, I've never let this stop me before. There, nope.
Nope, that's somebody else's.
Yeah. You ever get that? There we
Look
go.
at your neighbors.
Your neighbor's
we
Apple
could- we
TV
could-
or whatever.
yeah.
Any of you who mirror. Okay, I got it. Now I have to do a couple of settings because for some reason it reset. And we'll. Come on.
I want the toys. Yes.
It just takes a moment to do this. It's a good thing I wrote this song about a month ago, just in case this was gonna happen on the show. And it did, and I'm ready. Check that, Freddie. Who's Freddie? He doesn't have a ticket. All right, hold on. I just got one more setting. One more setting.
Okay, one more.
Now.
Hang on, we're almost there.
All right, now I've just got to run the app. Okay.
Yay.
So, ladies and germs.
Germs. That's so.
Yeah, I just made that up. Rock and Raven, you say you're too old to learn new things, but let me tell you something.
I don't believe that.
I think you're going to want to learn this. Maybe you're not. I always share apps. I've been obsessed with apps that have to do with your face.
Obsessed.
Right? If they age your face, change your face, morph your face. We did a whole thing on Face App a couple of weeks ago with the whole morphing between you and another picture, and we did the whole
And
Tracy
every
thing.
day, all day, I get messages with funny faces.
With her,
and
morphed with somebody.
Oh my gosh, guys, I've been morphed with. It's not okay.
Anyway, but I've also shared. Now, come now. That makes it sound quite sordid indeed.
No, well, some of them, they're scary, actually.
Yeah, that I'll give you. And then I've also shared an app called Mug Life, which you bring in a picture. I'm going to show you because it's right here.
Yeah.
You bring in a picture, a still picture of a face, and then it will add animation to it, or you can add animation to it. And I've shared that before, so let's just say I'm just going to load one here. Now, what's happening weird with the phone is, aside from the fact that it's just not letting me.
It's not responding.
Yeah, it's been interesting.
Come on, Apple. This is the premium you have right now.
Yeah, this is not.
This is
it's
not
not
okay.
okay. All right.
Oh,
So anyways,
this is not okay.
So
Oh,
this
no.
just takes a still image and then it adds this animation. And you can add various custom animations. We've already talked about that. But what this is added now with the iPhone 11 and I guess the 10, anyone that has those depth, true depth cameras in it that are reading your face, it has the ability for you to basically puppeteer the face with your speaking in real time. Now, here's what I'm talking about. If I click on Perform, and now it is mimicking my face and my mouth. And it's pretty freaking detailed with the subtleties. Like I can wink, close my eyes.
It's.
I can
wow.
even puff my cheeks and stick out my tongue. Okay, so that's any picture that you can load on your phone. So, and then something else I just discovered yesterday, which I did not know. I've been, if I wanted to get like a celebrity picture to bring to life or any other kind of picture, I would always go out on the web, download it, save it to my phone, and then load it in via there's a little camera icon up there. Well, it turns out that this search feature up here basically will poll the web anyway, and also any existing mugs, they call them mugs, out there with that search term. So give me a name.
We're waiting.
No, you.
Oh, me.
Yeah, we can't wait for them. Well, you're all cut off for some reason. I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on.
What am I doing?
Yeah, well, you got to lean in.
Here, I'll lean in.
There.
Better?
I don't know why that's happening.
Okay.
Sorry.
I don't know. Let me think about this for
Oh.
a second. How about
Anybody else?
Keanu Reeves?
Keanu Reeves. Okay. Whoops. No. I probably don't even have to type Reeves, but anyway. All right, so
Right.
then now we've got a whole bunch of that have already been done. You can kind of see what people have done. But then once you get out of like the mugs, which you can see, it doesn't matter.
I got it.
Here's
Just
the
pick one.
pictures.
Yeah.
So here's this one here. So it automatically just puts sort of a default little animation to it. You can see he's sort of idling there, like he's just waiting for me to ask him an interview question. But then I can hit perform. And now here, obviously, the connection, the Wi-Fi connection between my phone and my computer is a little sketchy. Now, while it's cool, it definitely works better on some faces than others. And there's the smile is just wrong. I mean, that's just about with any
Yeah.
any of them. The smile looks unnatural. Come on, wake up. But you do have a pretty good amount of control.
I mean, the eyes are really.
Yeah, I can
that's
even
really
dart
fascinating.
my pupils back and forth. See?
Yes.
I don't know about up and
Oh,
down.
Brooke Shields.
Brooke
Sohaila,
Shields.
Yes.
Okay. Bye, Keanu. We'll back
She
up.
says, I would rather have someone real to watch, not an animation. It's too creepy.
It is creepy.
It
There's
is
no
creepy.
question. There's no. Whoops.
Yes.
There's no question, especially because of sort of the how weird the face looks.
Oh. Yes.
All right, so we'll just choose this one. Obviously, it works best with a neutral expression where there's not a big smile. If it wasn't so weird, but again, with just for subtle movements, and you'll notice also as I'm moving the camera, it sort of adjusts so it can actually look, and it records too. So if you look up in
So
the
it could look like a live video recording.
something like that. So if you
Yeah.
look up in the upper left-hand corner, it's kind of hard to see. If I move in the upper right-hand corner, there's a little waveform up there. It says default underneath it. If I click on that, I can choose what it does to the voice. So just, make it high, make it low. If you do multiple faces in one image, it will add voices, add harmony with them, and everything. So let's just go helium, and I'll record. And the chances of this audio working are basically zero, but we'll see. All right, so now I'm just recording, and I will stop. Let's see.
All right, so now I'm just recording, and I will stop.
Okay, it did work.
Ah,
So
nice.
now I'm just recording.
And it's weird. That sounds exactly like Brooke Shields. Am I right, ladies and gentlemen? All right, Leanne's in the room.
Yay.
And
We
share
have a
people
whole-
I haven't.
I mean, I've
Oh.
had a whole bunch of folks, on my watch party. So thank you for joining us.
Yes.
Cher asked, okay, you and your post.
I know. So, and I'm not going to share it here. I could, though. Yes, I could.
You
You
could.
talk about it. I'll find it.
Okay, so.
But just to let everybody know you're okay.
Yeah, I'm okay. So it's been. I'm going to start with. About 4 blocks away is a new ER clinic that popped up about 2 months ago. And what's fascinating about that is when you drive past, there's this big digital billboard that says waiting time 0 minutes or 4 minutes is the max I've ever seen is a 4-minute wait. And so we just tease about it, right? Well, if anybody's caught up, last month we went for a walk in the morning and there was ice in Vegas, 5 o'clock in the morning, and we both went down and I landed on my tailbone and re-injured something, and so that was the first visit. And then the other day, I wake up, I've been having migraines, I'm working on trying to figure out the cause of all of this. But 2 o'clock in the morning, I wake up and horrible headache. So I take, something and go back to sleep. 5:30, wake up. It's at the same point. It's just awful. Can't function. So I have this little device. It's about this big, and it's natural, right? It looks kind of like a little turkey baster. It's intended to put in your ear and sort of like, relieve the pressure of your headache. It changes, your inner ear sort of pressure. And it works. It really, have had no issues. I've used it for a couple months and I like it. And so I did it. So 5:30 in the morning, I do it in the one ear and it relieves some of the pressure. So I go to do it in the other ear and it kind of hurt. And I thought, well, that's weird, but it was relieving the pressure, so I kind of like dealt with the pain because I thought, oh, well, that's working, right? Like maybe that's why I have a headache because there's something going on in my ear. Don't know. Anyway, take it out and it's wet. And I go and I'm like, oh, that's blood. And of course, laying there and it's like going to the bathroom. Do I really have to go into this? Okay.
No.
Okay.
I just wanted you to tell him you're okay.
Oh, okay. I'm okay. Well, I won't go into the gross part, but anyway, basically, I sucked out, I perforated my eardrum, and the whole thing was filled with my brains. And it's better to say that than
This
really
is breakfast time
It's breakfast
or brunch.
time. Okay. And so, needless to say, he's like, we're going to the emergency room right now because your brain, well, you didn't say because your brains are falling out of your ear, but it kind of was like that. So we went in, and that's, I'm fine. I just perforated my eardrum, which I'm just going to use earplugs when we go to Atlanta tomorrow. And I'm going to live. Everything's fine. CT, brain is fine. Everything's fine. But so he takes a picture when we're in the ER, and I didn't know he posted it.
Well, I just thought it was such a nice picture.
I don't like to talk about, stuff that's
It was a
not
bad call
pleasant
on my part.
going
It was a bad
on.
call on my part. But then I thought, well, that thing behind Tracy kind of looks like a cappuccino machine. And the thing behind my head seems kind of like it could be a cashier monitor or whatever. So it could be a coffee shop.
Could be. I did get a cocktail of a whole bunch of stuff that anyway, it knocked me out. So I wake up from my being knocked out with all these drugs, and I've got texts and calls, and I'm like, what's going on? My family's like, what do you mean? You were in the ER. Are you okay? And I'm like, oh, what did he do? Ooh.
Anyway, learned a lesson there. All right, now, folks, I'm gonna demonstrate. I've decided that it's fun to demonstrate. So come on.
Did you find one else?
I just don't understand, and I don't like. Here we go. We are going to, you and I.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Sorry. Take a picture.
Okay.
I guess it's just going to latch onto one for the moment. Here we go. Just look neutral. All right.
Okay.
So I'm going to hit perform.
Okay.
And now oh, look at that. The green screen's coming out. That's goofy. I didn't want that to happen. Dadgummit.
Oh, yeah, right.
Hold on, you guys. I'm going to fix that real quick.
Oh, it's fine.
No, it's not. Now.
Stupid.
Okay, so now here's the thing with the doubles. I can turn them on and off. So right now, just Tracy is being activated by me. And then if I turn her off and then it's just me, then it's me. Okay? I don't know why the screen resolution is constantly changing. It is. Let me hit that. All right. So now we got both of us going. So now I'm going to demonstrate the whole recording. I'm so sorry about that flicker, but whatever. I'm going to record. I'm just recording the two of us, and that's what it's all about. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot to make the... Sorry.
I'm just recording the two of us, and that's what it's all about.
Yeah,
think
I
that's
screwed up.
fine.
No, I wanted to demonstrate the harmony part. So,
Harmony.
yeah, it's going to harmonize me and little and me. So we're going to try it again.
Okay.
We're trying it again because I didn't do it right, and I don't know why the picture's like that tonight. I'm going to kill it. No, I'm going to thrill it. Yeah, I'm going to fill it up with cement. Sorry.
It's good.
We're trying it again because I didn't do it right, and I don't know why the picture's
Okay, wait.
like
So
that
Craig
tonight.
says,
I'm going to kill it.
The
I
scariest
didn't
part-
do... You know what? You're rushing me. And I didn't do it right. It didn't do harmony. I know no one
Okay,
cares.
just so I say, when I say obsessed with new toys, this is what
I just like to give the demonstration I want to get. Little Harmony. Now, I'm a little agitated that the screen is doing that. Like, why is it doing that?
I don't know. Anyway, Craig says the scariest part of the app is where it's made and the privacy you're giving up. I'm pretty sure the Russian company.
That's the
will
face
use
app.
it.
We've already talked about
Yes.
this.
Did we read the privacy statement?
Yes.
You know,
we,
we're all it's yes. I mean,
yes, and that was the face app one that had the big hubbub about it. And my picture and our pictures, they're everywhere already. I am not concerned.
yeah.
I'm not concerned.
Right.
If I had to live in that with that
We
kind
already
of
have Alexa.
yeah, well, there she is now. Yeah,
They're listening to us anyway.
it's out of control. Anybody can load anybody's picture into these apps. I mean, it's not like it's like okay.
Yes.
But
Anyway,
yeah, I'm aware of the hubbub and the stink and the hullabaloo and the falderall and the hubbub. Did I already say that?
I think so.
Oh, well, you can't be aware
Yes.
of too many hubbubs.
Right. Yeah, the way I figure it, we're pretty much all,
Yeah, so this
Tracked anyway.
this actually this was leading up to a question that I have, and
Okay.
Craig might if he has an input.
Craig likes starting his day with us beautiful humans. Isn't that nice?
Yes.
That's what you think.
So here we're going to be heading over there to
Shortly.
infiltrate Craig's home
Yes.
to work on our 300 list, which
Our
we've talked
300
about
list.
exhaustively.
Yes.
But here's the thing about all of this, and I've shared apps that mess with your face, and then the face swear, so you can take, the face share, so that it's like the deep fake kind of stuff. So the technology is going on. There's this, and then of course it all swims in that whole conversation around that I like to throw out there every now and then. It's not my idea, but what if we are a simulation? What if all of our existence, all of our reality, is just it's a computer simulation,
illusion.
and we're programmed to, of course, think it's real, and so on and so forth. That's a whole
Matrix.
we can dive into that, but we don't need to because I think everybody gets the idea for the most part. I'm of the position that if I was really pressed, I'd say I think we have to be. And the reason I say that is because we are currently moving in that direction already. We are working and working and working to create simulations. We're making them more and more real.
VR.
And VR and
insane.
so we know where we're going. It's obvious where we're headed. So who's to say we haven't headed there already and we're a product of that? So we're just experiencing. Now hold on, you're going to sidetrack me big time. So it's just like we wouldn't know. So there's that. But here's my question to you and to you. If it was proven, and I'm not the first to ask this, but it's the first time I've asked you this. If it was proven, hey Tommy,
Ciao, love.
if it was proven that we are in fact a simulation, like it was just like you just knew, would you change anything about what you're doing and how you're doing it?
That's a great question.
What action would you take as a result of finding out that for sure you were a simulation?
Well, first of all, I have to say that I think it's fascinating. The face app that I chose was Keanu Reeves, and we're talking Matrix-y kind of stuff.
Good point. See,
This is how the universe works. I mean, seriously.
It's how the program runs.
It's how the program
That's how the
runs.
simulation is set up.
Yeah. They're supposed to come out with a new Matrix this year. I'm fascinated by that.
Yes.
Which,
So,
Keanu, we want to go to the premiere. So just so we put that out
I'm
there.
sure he's watching.
I'm
as
going
he
to put that
always
on my
does.
300 list. How about that?
That Keanu Reeves invites us
Yes.
to the premiere
Yes.
of the next Matrix
He
movie.
sees this, thinks it's just so fun and cool, and invites us.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I'm sure that given the movies he's been in, that he thinks that this technology is cool.
I don't know. He seems like a pretty awesome dude.
That doesn't mean he would think this technology is cool. I'm in agreement.
Yeah.
All right, so
would
Rock
you
and Raven
act
says
differently?
Rock and Raven says no. She's loving her life right now. Wouldn't change a thing.
See,
Hi,
I'm with
Medea,
you.
boom.
Oh, yes. Shh. Wait, can you see? Yeah, I'm like looking at the camera.
I need some more input. Hey, what's happening over there
Jason
on
says we wouldn't
YouTube?
change a thing. Appreciate the lessons learned. Amen to that. Can I tell you some of the craziest crap that's happened in my life? I am so grateful for now.
So I just want to make sure, I just want to reset. You, in this scenario, are a program. That's it. Okay?
Well, I might go jump off a building or something fun.
Yeah, but the program runs that you splat.
Oh, well, then I wouldn't do that. Right. Okay. All right. I see. So it's really, okay, it's just perception. It's nothing of the reality changes in as much as.
Is that we find out that
Right.
we're not real.
I understand.
So we find out we're not real, but Holographic Universe is one of the first books. It is the first book on quantum physics that I ever read.
Who were we just
Michael
talking
Talbot or
about where they were saying Elon Musk is, looking where there's implants that you can put in
Yes, that
for
was
martial arts.
That
and,
was
Was it Steve?
or Craig or neither.
I think we were at Craig's. It might have been Steve G. Jones. I'm going
Was
to
it?
say, I think he. Okay, well, we were having a conversation
might
about
have
that
been,
they're developing chips. That
Neural net or something like that.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Yeah, that doesn't sound at all like Skynet. I'm sure there's nothing to be worried about. But see, that's the point. It's like that's what I'm saying. It's like we're just running through the cycle again. We're just simulating into simulating into simulating. We could be who knows how many deep.
Yeah.
Like we're a simulation created by a simulation. Trying to create simulations. Like we're always trying to, science is clearly trying to recreate through movies and other, we're just trying to make another realistic experience, uploading consciousness. And what is the end result of all of that? If we succeed, which we're clearly going to, then somebody somewhere is going to take all that and create a simulation. And because we have the consciousness downloaded somehow, they can absolutely make us think that it's real. So what is real? And does it devalue the experience in any way? And what is a value, and was that programmed?
Ooh, I just got chills. I love these deep rabbit holes, just saying. I love them.
Thank you, Raven. I'm so happy. Leanne says she'd quit therapy. So
Wow.
So I know I think it's about consequence. The question is, for some people, it's going to be about, well, if I'm just a program, then there's no, then what? You don't have impact. What is universal consequence? What does that mean? Why is that significant for people? Like, oh my God, my life would be meaningless. Well, what gives it meaning? After you're gone, if it's simulated, what is real? It's all freaking energy. It's all on and off and bits and boops and all that. So, I mean, yeah, I don't know, because if your experience is good. Now, the only interesting part of that is, of course, then we get into matrixy type of stuff. How can we hack into
Well,
the
that's
simulation?
what we're talking about with Steve. I think it was Steve. That,
Well, that's a way to take advantage of it, for
Right.
sure. Yeah. But then, if we could hack in, what would we do? What do we gain from knowing this, understanding it, getting into it? Like, what do we gain? Just more experiences while we have this thing called consciousness? And then this consciousness, this knowledge of ourselves and the universe, just being aware of our existence, we don't know that that's going to change once we move from this form, which we call dying. But it's all a program. So what happens to the data? Are we having fun?
We're having fun. That's
Yeah,
a
so
rabbit
Dan says,
hole.
I hear a lot about AI becoming sentient and evil. What if it's actually better than us and treats us? Yeah, I've always wondered that too.
Right,
Why does it have to
Dan,
be
right.
malevolent?
Yeah,
Why is it that all the scenarios, if it's
goes
binary, would it know, if it's binary, if it's basically ones and zeros, would it inherently understand justice? Like be the ultimate gauge of fair?
See, now being
Because
a
it knows the
Libra,
all of everything.
That's, yeah.
And if so, then if it was, yeah, I mean, yes, if it was, then it's not going to be affected by limiting beliefs,
That's true.
things like that. It's, unless they're programmed in. But anyway, the point is this whole
Well,
idea that if they're going to take over, that's a very human thought. That whole desire for
Right.
control and power, and and I think that comes from our mortality. We want as much of whatever as we can when we're in it, but a robot doesn't know mortality, so it doesn't have those same cravings for power and all of that.
Right. It's
It
the
just-
emotions that, really drive those behaviors that,
But I think
They
they'll program
flow,
emotions.
so-
Obviously, they have because we feel them.
well, okay, so I think because logically you can take some emotional reactions and maybe program those kind of in, but yeah, gosh, that's a big conversation.
Yeah, I think it's better just to play with this app and be Baby Yoda.
Oh, wait, so Tommy was talking about hypnosis. So there's so much that you can do right now, because, hypnosis seems to be a big topic in our lives right now because we have a lot of friends that are hypnotherapists, and he's actually speaking at HypnoBiz later this year in New York and Ottawa. And we have these incredible glasses, which part of the benefit of this is just that. It's hypnosis. It's, there's programs in here to help you with depression and anxiety and weight loss and sleep.
Sleep's a big one.
Sleep's the biggest because, I think so many of us struggle with it for one reason or another. Whether it's sleep apnea or insomnia or whatever. So hypnosis is a big conversation with what we're doing right now. It's also part of the whole rewiring conversation that Bob talks about. And so
When I'm wearing that hat.
right, because he has lots of them. Oh, hey, wait. If you haven't, yes.
Oh yeah, you
please
got to subscribe and ring the freaking bell. That's a little late.
I just hit that. I didn't
know.
mean to do that. It was just right here. Anyway, but it is fascinating to think about, that and programming for knowledge, right? And skills and abilities, and it's fascinating.
But we're already that the whole thing is we're already feeding our brains with information electronically. We're just doing it at a very slow way right now. We are watching, we're logging on to a computer, we're going to a website, we're reading or we're listening, but it's getting in there, and that's how we learn. It's the slow track for learning.
Right.
And then, we learn more and more brain hacks to increase learning ability, comprehension, and so on and so forth, and the technology goes. So yeah, so it just is a logical progression that we will be able to just go bzz. I mean, if we're already reading
Right.
brain waves and heart waves, and it just, it's of course, to me, it's like, of course we're going to go there.
Right.
No one has ever in the history of science said, I don't know if we should do that. They always freaking do it. They're
Whether they should or
always
shouldn't.
going to try. They're
Right.
always going to try. It's just human nature. There's just no
Cloning,
way they're going to
all of
leave
it.
it on the table. Right.
Right.
So they're going to do it whether or not we find out about it. So if they keep going, we can already see with the exponential technology advances that they're going to do it.
Right. It's true.
And so the arrogance of us thinking that we're real is that we're the first ever in the history of the universe, the first iteration of humanity to start duplicating ourselves. That's the arrogance of who we are, because we wouldn't know. We'd be programmed to think that.
Also, ironically, out in theaters right now is Gemini with Will Smith, which I know Bob hasn't seen, but I actually saw with my kids, and it's fascinating. It talks exactly about this. It's finding a perfect human, and for whatever purpose, in that case it was military, but and then cloning them, and it's interesting.
And it'll soon just be copy and paste.
Right.
That's basically probably what it
There'll be
is.
Tracy and Bob's all over the place. Wouldn't that be interesting?
So Raven says, I brainwashed her, or we brainwashed her with The Secret. She's okay with that. What did...
Oh, yes, that's good.
Yes, we've all been programmed by others. I mean, that is the basis of my rewire conversation, is that the first few years of our lives, we have
Programmed.
no awareness that we can evaluate our input.
Right.
We just take it all
Yeah.
as a
We're
yes.
sponge.
And then we start to evaluate as we get older, but the programming is in there, the wiring is in there, and then we run up against it, and that's why change is hard. But we've talked about this again when I'm wearing that hat. Speaking of hats, let's not talk about them. Hey, look, we've been talking about the technology. We showed the glasses, which we will continue to do. We're very excited. We've got here in Las Vegas, a few weeks ago, we did our very first holistic happy hour, which was sort of a demo, come in and out and try these things. And on the 24th of February, we are going to start our weekly offerings of these sessions, of full sessions of on the bed and the glasses here in Vegas, in the Salt Room. She has 2 locations. One is in, there's
She being
Jessica.
Ava.
Ava, yes. One in Henderson and one in Summerlin. And if you're not in Vegas, I understand.
Right,
but
right.
if you do
come to Vegas.
that's right. You
we
can
are
come.
welcome. Come join us.
So we're very excited about sharing the technology more. But as a result of that, we here here at home, we've been sort of putting together what we would call a prototype of like the sort of the ideal experience setting for people. I mean, we are far from being done.
This is a process that's
Far from being done, but
a couple
I
weeks in
much
and
to
just trying to take what we have and
yeah,
make it work.
and we're not going to be able to give you the full impact. I just want to show you a couple of little things, and let me just make sure that we are.
Let's not show them. Here, show them the screen.
Hold on, I just want to make sure it's good. So if you want to be camera person,
Okay, so
hold on just a sec. So let's see.
So we have. So I had this pull out in my old house and brought it over here.
So they're not going to be able to hear you very well now that I think about it. So
Well,
go ahead and
then-
shout out. Well,
Okay.
I'll
Is
talk.
this
I'll
better?
talk through it. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. So yeah, this what this is sitting on is a chair that has a rollaway bed in it, and when we excuse my throat, I'm so sorry. When we roll out the mattress, it fits just about perfect. Now that where it is right now, of course, we got the sort of sketchy frame rate right now, but you get the idea. So now people can come in and they lay down on the mat, and the headphones are plugged in, as well as there's a speaker available. They can listen to whatever they want. We can feed audio through this system here that I'm doing this broadcast from. They can lay in the bed and literally just say, hey, hold on, let me mute her. Alexa, play whatever. So they can create their own experience laying in the bed. And of course, we dim the lights. And hi, I'm Bob Doyle. And now you see a little behind the scenes, right? Isn't that fun? This is what it looks like back here. And so now, as you point down at the, if you wouldn't mind, point down at this. So we've got the keyboard. Oh, that's a good freeze frame there.
Great.
So point on the keyboard. So the keyboard when it's set, no, this keyboard.
keyboard.
Yeah. So when I can't do, unfortunately, I can't live stream video and play the music through here. But when someone's laying on the bed, then I can play, low tones or rhythms or whatever I want to through the keyboard, or talk them through a session if I wanted to, because they're laying like literally just.
Right there.
Hold on, it's not catching up. Yeah, so they're laying right there across from me, and again, it's dim and just perfect. We also will have either. The whole idea is we're good.
Ava's on. So Ava,
Hold on,
we're
you're not-
talking about.
You're flying your face. Ava, your ears must have been ringing.
I know, that's what I'm saying. So yes, we're talking about the event we're doing at the Salt Room in Henderson on February 24th, 11 a.m. to
2, I think.
2
is what we
p.m.
said.
Yes, and we'll have
More information on that.
forthcoming.
Yes.
Yes.
But it'll be kind of I think a sign up thing. Anyway, we're just playing with that. But then here we have a more, in the studio here, we're setting up a more sort of deluxe
Right.
experience.
See, here's the comments that I was trying to see because it's so much easier to read here.
Yeah, hold on, I
than
want to
what's up
show. Yeah, so see, this is what Tracy looks at, so she can read the comments.
there. Right,
more.
exactly. It's too far to read the other.
Fun behind the scenes, right? You just feel like you're
Right.
sitting here right there with us.
Are we done with the
which
camera?
you basically, yeah, I suppose so.
Cool.
All right, we're done with the camera, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks to Tracy for being a good sport, being a camera person.
So, Jason asked, where do we get the glasses? Well, you just
go to pasio.com. It's www.psio.com.
Yes.
And if you decide you actually want these things, you will need to know our ambassador ID, which is the word luscious for luscious living. So when you go to get whichever one you want, you just type in luscious, and then you can go through that.
That's correct.
That's it.
Super easy.
That's right. And also, obviously, if you're in our area, we would love to give you demos and that kind of stuff.
Absolutely. If you're in the Vegas area, we'll have you have an experience and you'll love it. It's incredible.
My phone is making me so agitated right now. I don't like it. Do you see what it's doing?
Yes.
I can't get it into portrait mode. Come on, you guys. Why are you doing me like this?
I don't know.
Anyway, are there any questions for Tracy?
So I was saying that you have new toys this week, the phone being one of them because you broke your other one. But then you also...
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Dun,
Well,
dun, dun.
adding to the luscious living experience
Yes.
is, and we've always wanted to do VR,
Correct.
virtual reality, but it's been impractical because, up till now, you've had to be tied into a computer and there's wires and it's complicated. It's just complicated to put people in. It's worth it, right? It's fun.
It's incredible.
But it's just been a pain. But when Tracy and I started talking about retreats and different events that we wanted to share all the cool stuff and wake up the senses, we were talking about VR immediately,
Right.
and we knew about this technology, which is the Oculus Quest, which is a completely, and I know a lot of you know this already, but this is a completely wireless, portable virtual reality system that does not need to be hooked to a computer. Now, many of the games and stuff do need an internet connection so that you can do multiplayer things and just whatever, get other data, but then there's plenty that don't need that. And it uses these little hand controllers. Now, what's great about this is you can literally do it anywhere. So we could go anywhere we...
To the park.
To the park, right,
to
the
the
park,
kitchen.
the beach. Now, it's not... They don't like you to do it outside because the sun can really damage these lenses. But the point is you can be very impromptu. And wherever you've got a little bit of space to walk around, you can create this. And so this, just like those Paseo glasses, the audio will go out to the bed.
Yes.
So now, in
Bob's
addition
got more
to...
toys to play
Right.
with.
So now you can be
And more experiences.
in a virtual reality experience with its own sounds going and then being activated by the bed. So that could be a game, it could be a nature scene, it could be a music visualization,
Meditation.
anything. But this is actually much more comfortable than, my other one. And it goes on just super easy.
So easy.
It comes right off and you just,
The other thing that's great too is you can really be flexible with the space that you're playing in. But as soon as you go outside of it, the camera turns on so you can actually see the room or the space that you're in. It's in black and white, but you're not going to trip over something really.
That's right. You can pick up whatever you
Right.
pet the cat or the dog, whatever you have. Maybe it's a lizard,
Right.
like in Terminator.
Yes.
Yeah. You remember Terminator as this movie from forever ago?
Another interesting movie to bring into this conversation today.
Because of the whole time.
Yes.
Robots, right.
Right.
Of course. You're
Right.
right. See,
Why couldn't
we
we
do
do-
have a theme, of
we
course.
do, yeah, we
The
have
whole
a
thing
theme
is
and we didn't even
Terminator-ish.
know.
I even said Skynet earlier.
You did.
I did.
Wow.
That deserves another sip of this.
Oh. Very fun.
Which is, of course, I don't know what flavor it is. Mango tangerine or something like that.
Something like that.
With the old SodaStream.
SodaStream. It's the best.
So is there anything else we wanted to say about that? We've already
Quest.
questioned our nature of reality.
Correct.
So as long as we're playing in this space, and yeah, I think Tracy brought this into the conversation earlier for a reason, because again, virtual reality and our exploration into it is just another indication of how obsessed we are. Of like, let's recreate something else. This reality is okay, but let's do another one.
Correct.
Right? And so and it's always about making it more and more real. I mean, you can get on YouTube and look at videos of what they're doing with real-time computer technology. And the phone, the being able to distort a face like that in real time, even though it's
pretty incredible.
It's looked pretty cartoony, but guess what? Just like everything else, it's just going to get better. That's pretty impressive that it will puff your cheeks, stick out your tongue, bring your lips in, do individual eyes and eyebrows. It looks a little cartoony.
So pretty much, the point being, at some point, right, we'll be able to play with you wouldn't be able to tell if it was really us or not really us because the technology would be there too.
That's true. And I'm going to take off my face
Right.
Tom Cruise style.
Ah.
That'd be so freaking
Is that Tom Cruise?
cool. Well, Mission Impossible. He's always taken
Mission
off.
Impossible. Okay. I was thinking the Face Off movie with Travolta.
Yeah, that was literally a face off.
That was literally a face
So
off.
that's an interesting question, Raven. I'm guessing they wouldn't let us get into VR in the plane, but I don't know why you wouldn't be able to.
On the plane tomorrow.
They have this. What's also cool about this is while you can do full room scale,
Good idea.
based on where you are, you can also they do
Stationary.
stationary, which basically I just tried it out for the
So
first
in
time
the
this
plane,
morning.
we really could do it.
It just draws a little circle. Yeah, I don't know. I've never heard them say anything about not doing it. It would just be, those Sky Mall ads where the guy has that big sort of triangular cushion thing and he's laying like this across it. Do you know what I'm talking about? Everybody else does. Everybody else, if you know what I'm talking about, type 1 for yes, 2 for no. It's like, okay, yeah, that looks comfortable and everything, but no one is going to do that in a plane. And if they do, they're a crazy person. And everybody knows it.
Never seen that. It would be neat though if it gets to the point every passenger gets their own VR so that they can do whatever they want without disturbing anyone
Now,
else.
the Paseo glasses, absolutely.
Oh, yes.
That is perfect for the plane. If you have anxiety around flying,
Oh, for sure.
because they've got the whole dental program, but fear of flying, I'm sure, must be in there. But even if it's not specific, those things for relaxing, shutting out the rest of the world, I mean, oh my God, we need to take that on carry-on. It is going to be on
So
carry-on.
Nick was actually showing us, and I think these videos are on the Paseo.com, but the Paseo glasses have been used for when somebody's doing a surgery or something like that because it takes them out. That's the dentist one. I don't know.
So yes, there are a lot of videos. The Paseo,
Right.
if you YouTube
They've
it,
done just tons of research and
yeah,
development, and it's medically approved.
it's a medical device in Belgium.
It's actually a medical device. It's used in hospitals. It's used in
Over 150 of them
Over
in
150.
Belgium.
Belgium and France.
All right, those are just fun
We're
facts.
just bringing it to the States because
That's what Bob and Tracy's do. We bring things to the States.
and we just fell in love.
That's right, Jeanette, who was watching a little earlier today and sent us some love.
Yes.
That's right, she's the reason that
Flying
we
anxiety?
are doing
Yes.
this, actually.
A lot of people have that.
Yes, I know I thought of you, Leanne, but I didn't want to call you out. But you just called yourself out, so you're out.
Yes. I hear you. It's
Yeah, I never even thought of that one. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's great for
Great.
great. But yes, so I like those glasses because yes, of course they're healing and therapeutic and all those other things. And I'd love to say that's the only reason, but the other reason is they're just trippy AF, and I love them. You get quite a ride with some of these programs.
Some of the programs are yes.
I think we demonstrated it last week. Maybe we
Trippy.
didn't, but there's a
Without,
program when you run it through the bed.
Right.
So now you've got the program with the glasses and the bed thumping on you.
You go
God,
places.
It's
A little astral
and I'm
projection.
finding I've been doing the most fun R&D. I told you this
Oh, my gosh.
of any job I've ever had in my whole life is creating these playlists for this bed for demos or for experiences that will take them on a logical sort of fun ride
Right.
for a set amount of time so that we can duplicate it for these experiences. And I mean, it's infinite. I mean, I could do an infinite number of playlists. All of them would be cool. But I just put one together yesterday and I laid down. It's just like, it's just, you just can't describe it. It's just, you just have to get on this thing and feel that sound going through you. And then when you get the lights going too. Katie, bar the door. Who is Katie?
I don't know. I
Hold
have
on.
so many
Maybe-
great
maybe
friends
Alexa
that have
knows this.
joined, either stopped by, visited. Like this is
Alexa,
so
what is Katie
happy.
bar the door? No, I thought I set it up pretty clear that.
And where
Here's
would
something
it
I found on the
go?
web. According to oop.com,
Oh my goodness, you
Katie
guys,
bar
this
the
is so
door,
Hold on.
great.
in my brother's suggestion, may be related to Kitty bar the door. Did that answer your question?
Yes. Now I'm going to have to go back and listen. But I don't think
Thanks for your feedback.
I don't think I actually asked her the origin of Katie Bar the Door. I don't know if that got out of my mouth because you were talking. I think I stopped talking, but yet she gave me that. Okay, I could be wrong. I don't want to spend too much time on the drama here. But it sounded like she answered Katie Bar the Door without me saying it, but maybe I did. Did I? You don't know because you were talking.
I was not paying attention.
That's right. That's why you talked to her.
I was just like, Chris, Christine, Debbie, Nicole, Vicky, Laura, Frank, Catherine, Steven.
This is the romper room part of the show.
Ava, Kai, Neil. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Edmund, Angela,
She has
Jason,
got-
Marshall, Sue, Eduardo, Don.
These are all
Michael,
people who've
Sandy,
joined her watch party
Hal,
and not
Jennifer,
my original
Sohaila,
broadcast.
Kathy, Jason, Tracy, Pearl, Amy. Oh my gosh, please. Marilena, Mitch, Eduardo. Amy, Shamna.
Okay, wow. All right, I'm very impressed. I don't know how many people. And no one from
Valerie.
YouTube.
Hello, beautiful
Are we-
people. I don't know. Mark. Lupe, Tracy, Anthony, Craig. This is
This
so
is
fun.
insane.
Rocco, Shelly, Sam, my cousin.
Okay, now you're going way back to the beginning of the
Well,
thing.
it was hard to do. Daniel, Dave, Jeanette. Well, if anybody comes back, Lincoln, Bambi, Olivia.
Are these all seriously people who join this thing over the
Yeah.
course of this? Okay, we're going to have to put like a sign up just for the watch party people and tell them what to do.
Tell them what to do. They
That's
need
like-
to go to the Bob Doyle Show,
Yeah,
like
they
the
make it
page,
too
sign
hard.
up for the live, and subscribe on YouTube and Facebook.
Yeah.
That's what you do. That's what you do. And then you never miss our fun.
And then you move to Vegas and you come to our events
Yes,
and you
and you
lay
just
on this
come hang out
bed
with
and
us.
then your life gets better. All right, well,
That's it.
Leanne's going to go do some VO. That's awesome. Perfect timing.
Perfect.
We're at the end of the show. I, on the other hand, have to go into a vacation mode on Fiverr because I won't be here. Well, there you go. So we'll be here next week, though, because we're coming back on Tuesday. So we'll have the Bob Doyle Show as scheduled next Wednesday morning at 8 a.m.
Join us.
It'll be me. It'll be her. It'll be them. It'll be the
And
whole...
maybe a hamster.